So you know your scale shapes and you're ready to play a solo or improvise, but it doesn't really sound that good, or it's kind of boring. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share 2 simple tips on how you can sound more musical when you're playing. My name is Simen, and I'm a guitarist, music producer, and graphic designer from Norway. I'm here to share everything I've learned so far in my journey and document what I learn in real time. You decided to take some time out of your day to watch this video, which I really appreciate, and I value your time, so I'm going to do my best to make it worthwhile. So one of the biggest issues when playing solos or improvising is that it sounds like just random mindless noodling or just shapes. But we don't want to sound like shapes, we want to sound like beautiful music. So one simple concept I don't hear enough people talk about, that is playing in phrases. A phrase is a group of musical notes that feels like belong together. So that was 4 phrases. This is a phrase. This is a phrase. So, a phrase is like a sentence. You wouldn't have thousands of words together in one sentence. At least that would be a very long sentence. But you put a few words together that make sense, and then you get a full sentence. And it's the same with music. The simplest way to do it is to play a few notes together. Then you want to end on a note, just like you want to put a full stop after a sentence. So that is a phrase. And when you put multiple phrases or sentences after each other, then you're actually talking with your playing. I've had this iced coffee for a bit too long, so it's getting warm. It's not really iced coffee, it's just not even coffee, I don't know. Anyway, a good approach can be to first play a phrase. Then another phrase, which is similar, so not the same, just similar. Now it starts to feel a bit more like music and a conversation. By the way, if you want exercises, backing tracks, and more stuff for this video, you should go to playwithaplan.com. You'll even get fancy interactive tabs you can loop and slow down, and full access to the course about the major scale and how to really master the major scale, as well as all my other courses about other topics and all my songs, and in general, a place to get better at guitar. So if getting better at guitar is something you're into, go to playwithaplan.com. I'll leave the link in the description. Okay, so now you have started to play with phrases, and that's a very good start because music is about conversation and emotions. So phrases, yeah, that's really important. But if it still sounds bad, there's a chance you're not ending the phrase on a good note or a strong note. And that takes us into the next tip, which is target notes. You want to end your phrase on a strong note or a target note, unless you want to create some tension, of course, which sometimes that's what you want. Anyway, which note is strong is usually decided by the chord you're playing over. Let's use this chord progression as an example. We're going to use C, C major, to E minor. So very straightforward. I'm only going to use the first position of the C major scale. And keep it really simple. So this is what it sounds like when playing with phrases, but I don't end on a strong target note. And then one version where I hit strong target notes. And the strongest target notes are the notes in the chord you're playing over. So in the C major, you can end on any of the notes in the C major chord. And we have the root, third, fifth. But one simple way to visualize it is to just use the chord shape itself. Then it's easy to see which notes you can target. So over the C major chord, you can end your phrases on any of the notes in the chord and it's going to sound good. So you can play phrases with basically whatever you want, as long as you end the phrase on a strong target note. And in this chord progression, C major and E minor, you have two notes in common. So that's the 9th fret of the G string and the 8th fret of the B string. So in this case, you can end on any of these two notes and it's going to sound good. To conclude, you want to play phrases and you want to end your phrases on a strong target note. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Now we have only been in one shape, so the next step is to break out of the boxes and get more interesting with our playing. That's actually what we're going to cover in the next video. So I'll see you there, if you're there. That rhymed.